Hello, I'm Stan Simpkins on behalf of my partner Lonnie Shambi and myself. Welcome to Small Business Virtual Roundtables Top of Mind Tips. Just a 3-minute clip, a snippet, if you will, of some things you probably deal with and oftentimes go, oh, I meant to deal with that. You know, as a small business owner, we've all got tons of things to do, and it's very easy to overlook things. And yet, kind of like a Bearcat scanner for the police, you've got to constantly circle around, make sure nothing's missed. So we hope that maybe today's tip will be something you can use, and we'd love to hear back from you and see what other things you'd like to hear about. Thanks a lot. Well, hello, I'm Stan Simpkins.
And I'm Lonnie Shambi.
And welcome to Small Business Virtual Roundtables. Top of mind awareness snippets, a little 3-minute reminder, not so much to give you a lecture or educate you, but really just to give you some things to think about that with all the things that you're surely involved with may have slipped back, from your mind. You're not paying a whole lot of attention to that. And today it's really a topic that is kind of a bit of a downer, but we think we can turn it into a positive. It's about internal controls and making sure that slippage and waste and loss, frankly, from employee dishonesty doesn't hit you too hard in the stomach.
And that's, and the whole thing about this is it's not, thinking about it after the horse got out of the barn. It's putting the controls in place to keep the horses in the barn.
Right. So, what are these things we're talking about as far as loss? Well, obviously, cash is one we all have heard about, embezzlement, things like that. But how about inventory? People maybe borrowing some of your product for their personal use or using your own equipment from the company to do their own personal work on the side.
But isn't this whole thing about internal controls? What do we do to prevent that to start with?
Right. So I just wanted to highlight the fact that it's not just about cash. A lot of people think, well, I got my bank account, I got the bank statement, but there are a lot of other assets you own that can be accessed by employees to your disadvantage. So what are internal controls? Basically, they're the processes and systems of oversight that you have, like having, for example, 2 people signing a check instead of 1. Obviously, that gives some care. Or having a perpetual inventory so you can compare what the books say should have based upon your transactions and what you end up with. In fact, I know a gentleman who was running a tire store, a major chain, and they had to fire the employee because they said, hey, the inventory is way off and you're in charge of it. So there you go.
What you find is this guy's starting a minor business in his basement selling tires.
It's pervasive. So again, what we want to do is the reason we're bringing this subject up is, I'm biased. I'm a CPA. I've kind of lived through that, but it's heartbreaking to see how many small business owners they're just not educated. They're not aware. Their accountants haven't educated them. They haven't made the inquiry. So that's one of the things that we're looking at here. Lonnie, I know you have some things you want to add to that.
Yeah, I mean, the point is this: it's to set controls in place that everybody understands and respects. Okay. And it's not, well, if you don't do this, then this is going to happen. No, it's be positive and get everybody to embrace it. It's not just, don't be the bean counter. Be in fact the guy who locks the door. That's the difference.
And, we don't want to be cynical. We don't want to be paranoid. But if you're saying, well, I know my people won't do that, that's the first step you want to avoid.
Absolutely. For Stan Simpkins, this is Lonnie Shambi. Thanks.